Alright, this is Matt Mrozik, and this will be work in progress number 8 on the Hellboy trifecta build. So, work in progress 7 was doing the leather on the belts. That's all done, and it looks awesome. Hold on one second. Last thing I did before I started working today was last night I sealed everything, and then today I started off by touching up all the black. So now all the black has been touched up all around the leather. And what I'm doing now is I'm starting to paint the metallics on the belts. So I've already done a little bit. I'm just basically going down the line with each color on each belt. Let's see. I think I did this one first. Yeah. So I'm using the Vallejo metal colors. These things are really, really fabulous. If you haven't tried these, get these. They spray really nice and they hand brush perfectly. Sorry about all the background noise. We're having sleepovers tonight, so it may be a little noisy, but I got a mic now. So I'm going through and I'm doing all the metallics. I've got a little bit of the black style res here if I kind of screw up for a touch-up, which happens every once in a while. So as I'm going on touching up, there's really no technique to this. It's just hand painting. So I'll show you a little bit of it, but I'll just put it on time-lapse because it's the same thing. I will tell you the colors I'm using. So far I've used... on these buckles right here, I used the metal color steel. Right here, metal color steel. And now I'm going in and I'm doing the rings with exhaust manifold. It's a little warmer tone. It's a little brighter. It's actually kind of hard to tell the difference, to be honest. The one thing about the metal colors is that the colors are all very similar. So sometimes it's hard. But right now I'm doing the rings in the exhaust manifold. So kind of put my camera over here. And again, this is something that may be hard to do on camera, just because I have to have it so close to me while I'm doing it. I've got my optivisor on and everything. So like the next one would be this guy here. And I'm just getting the paint right out of the bottle. Like this. And I got my optivisor on, and I need to get a head mount for this thing. That's what I really need. I'm just going in here and just hand painting it. And that's just again another slow process. So maybe I do it from the side here. You guys can see a little bit, but. I go in here and I try to get all the angles, all the back sides and everything. Even though a lot of this you'll never see. But I like to know that's been done correctly. So I'll do these on camera, and then I'll do the other ones just kind of like on time lapse. And then if I change colors, I'll stop and let you know what I changed to. So right now, this is the metal colors exhaust manifold from Vallejo, just straight out of the bottle. Now I have to be real careful that I really don't kind of mess up on the leather, because if I do that, I have to use a little bit of alcohol to get the paint off. And I gotta be real careful that I don't mess the leather up, because touching that up is a nightmare. As you saw from the previous work in progress, lots of steps. But it looks, not only does it look like leather, it feels like leather. That's kind of cool. So if anyone's watching this, I'm not taking any more Hellboy commissions right now. I've got 5 more on the books over the next year. So if I take any more, it'll be 2020. I'll be burnt out on Hellboys. He's a fun kit to do. I really enjoy it, but he's popular. And if you're wondering how much I charge, it's $800 to do this kit. So like I didn't videotape doing the black around the belt just because I work fast. I can work faster if I'm not recording because I don't have to worry about the camera and stuff. So I can just I can work quite a bit faster when I'm not trying to record. So if I'm doing something that's not really kind of like really technique intensive, I may not record it. But this, like again, this really isn't technique intensive. This is just hand painting, just doing it real carefully and slowly. I'm just making sure I get it all looking good. So I posted a few photos of my progress last night. Or was it this morning? I don't know. I guess after I did the black. After I did the leather. Before I did the black and had 3 more requests to do Hellboy. So I'm like, sorry. Not taking any more on right now. And you get to listen to my kids argue in the background. Yeah, I'm about to take them both home. Mom won't let me, but I'm going to threaten it.
Do that again.
The kids are arguing downstairs, so you guys get to listen to that. So anyway, this is what it is right here. So I'm just going to put this on time lapse. through and did that, and I went through, as I showed you, I was using the, I also like the Vallejo liquid metals are really good too. That color I was put on was liquid gold, old gold actually, because it's a nice warm kind of gold. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this panel here, because I want to do the rest of those rivets the same color, and I'm going to base coat this belt buckle and this belt buckle along with this, and we'll just do that also on time lapse. Probably use let's see what this silver looks like. Actually, for that one panel, I use copper. It looks good. So I'll get a bigger brush for that. Let's see. So this one's going to be the Vallejo liquid metal, liquid copper. And these you have to shake up every once in a while as you're painting them. You'll notice that the paint will get thin. You got to shake it up to get the pigments back in the carrier. So if you're painting and you find that it's not covering real well, just take a break and give it a shake real quick, because the pigments will settle relatively quickly. Alright. Come on. There we go. Well done there. Good. Okay, so for this, I'll start off with a smaller brush to outline it, and then I'll use a bigger brush to fill it in. But this stuff is good because it covers really well. Get my optimizer in. So make sure I get behind it, because there's a little back part to it right here. So let me get behind it. Yeah, you see it covers like in one swipe. Really good stuff. The spray's really good too, right out of the bottle. So tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to work till about, I'm not going to work till like 1:30 like I did last night. I'm too tired. I'm going to work till, what time is it now? 8 o'clock. I'll work till about 10 or 11 and call it a night. I should be able to get the belts knocked out by then, since I got the leather done. That's like the longest part. I see a few touch-ups here and there I got to do, but nothing major. The touch-ups I see only when I have my optimizer on. When you just look at it without magnification, you don't see it, but we'll touch them up anyway. Let's see. There we go. And we'll go ahead and paint the back side of it too. I can't see that, but just painting the back edge here. Again, you'll never see this once everything's on and it's all put together, but I'm going to do it anyway. that. And then for this, you have to use alcohol to clean it out. You can't use water. Just got some dirty alcohol over here. Just go ahead and clean everything else in. And I'll do the rest in this flat brush. The nice thing about this paint, along with the metal colors, is that it brushes real smooth. Like you don't see brush strokes when you're done. So around the rivets, I just kind of jab at it to get paint everywhere. And then I just smooth over it. Look at that. It's like really nice. It's good stuff. And this does take a little bit longer to dry than than your average. This is like Vallejo solvent paint. It's not a true acrylic. Like you can't thin it with water. I'm actually not sure if it's even considered an acrylic. Got too much paint on there. Let me get some of that off. With a soft brush, you can hand brush this really nicely. And there you go. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I might put a second coat on. I see a little black here, but let that dry for a second. So we'll do the other one, the other two real quick. And then we'll paint those rivets on there. See, I need to shake it. I can tell because it's I'm just getting a lot of carrier. I'm not getting a lot of pigment in my brush. So just give it a little shake. I need to upload last night's video too, which takes a while. So I may stop here in a little bit and get that taken care of. I don't know. I'm taking that right down to his pants. I figure this would wrap around the belt. Okay. And we'll get the edge. just like that. And then I want to record the other one. I think you get the idea. Alright, so there's that one. That looks good. At first one, I think I just had, when I went to go kind of smooth it out, I had too much carrier, and the carrier just kind of pulled up the pigment a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and just do another quick pass. I'm just using the very tips of the brush, real light. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's pretty impressive that pink that metallic pink can paint that smooth without any brush strokes or anything in it. Pretty cool. Alright, so I'll do the other one, and then we'll come back and do something else. Okay, well I got on a roll and I just kept going, so I just didn't record. I was able to move much faster, but I got the metallics done on the belts now, and I'm going to call this work in progress done, so I'll show you one of them. Again, not really hard, just time-consuming and tedious, having to go back and forth and touch up. But they look good. Yeah, look really nice. So I'm happy with these. And then, so the belt is done. That's a big step on this kit. There's a ton of detail. And you can go crazy just doing all sorts of stuff with it. So yeah, belts are done. Happy with those. Tomorrow, I don't know, I may tackle the boots, and then the bottom half would be done on these guys. So I may do that, because the boots are all dry brushing. It's nothing really too difficult. If I do it like I did the last time, it's all dry brush. So yeah, so I'm in good shape, moving along. I feel like a one-man Chinese factory, but we're getting there. But this is the end of this work in progress. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.